welcome to today's tutorial. I'll be showing you how to make the dolman sleeve boubou. There's a boubou blouse, and so I'll use my pattern. You can cut this on a freehand, or you take your pattern and then you get your bust span. That's your bust to bust, your nipple to nipple measurement. You divide by 2 and then you add ½ inch allowance. So you're going to mark that from top down, and then you can cut off the pattern. You can separate center from the side. So you're going to fold the full length of your blouse, of your boubou, without joining at the shoulder. You're going to fold the full length this way, and then you just place the side. I'm not going to cut my pattern, so just follow me as I go on. You place the side pattern on the fabric. This is a batik fabric, and you can see that I placed it from the shoulder point here. So once you do that, you just add your seam allowance, maybe 2 inches for ease. Okay, and then look at the armhole side. I didn't shape in my armhole at all because this sleeve is going to be cut together. So from that armhole point, you just create an extension for your sleeve, and then you add your seam allowance to sew your sleeve circumference. You're going to sew the hem of the sleeve and that circumference. So once you're done with the side piece, this is what you get. You can see that there's no joining at all on the shoulder. So you cut 2 of this, and you have this and this for both sides of the blouse. For both sides of the blouse. Okay. Now I'm going to take my center fabric, and this is the Ankara fabric. So you just take your center pattern and place it there. You place it there, and you add your ½ inch seam allowance. And so you're going to cut that out. Remember that your fabric should be on fold while you put your bust span plus ½ inch allowance. And so now you then open it up like this, and you sew this way. But before you do that, remember to put your neck depth and your neck width depending on how wide you want your neckline to be and how deep you want your neckline to be. So this is basically your own preference. So once you're done doing that, you're going to finish the edge of your neckline with a bias strip before you join it to the bodice of the blouse. For my neckline, I don't want a straight neck. I've opened up the center piece now. So I want my neck depth to be 3 inches at one side, and then at the other side it's going to slope down to 6 inches. So you can see that 6 inches. So I'm going to mark 5.5 over here, 5.5 for my neck depth. And so I'm just going to create a slant. From there you can create a curve, you can do sweetheart neck, you can do whatever you prefer. And so I'm just going to cut that out like this. So by the time I sew, this is what I'm going to have on my boubou. So let me go and top stitch my bias strip on the neck. So you can see that I've stitched my bias strip. So I'm just going to fold it across like this and like this. You fold across the seam and you top stitch all the way down. You top stitch down. So that's how you finish the neckline for this one. Now once you're done with that neckline, you then come over to this neckline, and now you just mark the point at which the 2 necklines meet. You mark this point on the main bodice, okay? And here You then take your fabric. Okay, just mark the same point at the back as well, and then you're going to use your bias strip to finish just this point of your neckline on the side pattern or side piece. So you can see that I've put my bias strip on this side of the neckline, that's for the side, and my centerpiece is also here. Centerpiece is here. So I'm going to just pin the hemlines together. Okay, so now I've finished putting the bias. I'm using a black bias to turn the neckline and on the shoulder part. You can see that there. So once that is done, I'm going to place my centerpiece against the side piece, and so you can see that I notched this part so that this can come out. So what I'm going to do is place the right side against the right side here, and I'm going to sew 1/2 inch upward. I'll do that on this side and join the other side of the blouse to the centerpiece. I love what I have here right now. You can see that my necklines have been finished, and this is good. So for my sleeve circumference, you're also going to fold this in like 1/4 inch and another 1/4 inch, and you top stitch it round. And so at this point, you just take in your boubou by 1/2 inch, or you can do 1 inch. You just take it from the sleeve straight down to the hip line, and then you sew the M line round. I'm going to put it on my boubou by the time I'm done. So it comes in this. Per yard is 1,200. Yes, it's 1,200 here if you're buying in retail. So you're just going to cut out the lace part. You're going to trim it out, or you can use your soldering iron, to do that. So just trace out the pattern. So I'm going to do that so I can have my long strip of fringe. So I've trimmed this out now, and then I'm going to take it to my fabric or my dress, my boubou, and fix it on it. So now I've fixed my glue gun in the electric, and it's on now. Off, on. So I'm just going to let the wax melt, the gum wax melt. And so you can do this with your sewing machine, or you can decide to use your gum. But then you fold in the beginning like this. Fold in the beginning. You apply your gum to the place or the place you want to paste it, and that's what you have. Okay. There you go. So I'm just going to put my gum on the neckline. Because the edge of the fringe is quite large, I can double lay my gum. Whatever that is, but you understand, I can double lay my gum. Okay. Then I can fix this part. You can see how that is. Okay, so you can go another layer, or you can decide to do another layer on top so that everything actually flows down. You make it full. You make it full. So I'm just going to go underneath, and then I would have this. I will create that slant again. I follow the slant. Okay, so you fold in the edge right here. You cut off this excess, you fold in the edge, and you let it fall again. So you can have 4 layers of this on this part. I'm doing the second step now. And to fold this on it. I'm going to do that for this part. So I then lift this up again and I create another slant. So you can decide to measure the distance between the fringe. I have one more step to go. I'll see how beautiful my boubou is, so you can embellish it anyhow you want it. And there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you try this at home and you enjoy the blings.